Hey everyone, it's Gary House, the Outdoor Cook, the Cooking Everything Outdoors show. Today we're going to be cooking on the Cook Number electric grill. This is provided by OutdoorGreatRooms.com. I've been grilling with it for a little while now, and this thing is rock solid awesome. I'm going to show you how awesome. We're cooking bacon wrapped medallions. I'm going to take some red pepper and green onions and wrap it up in bacon, and I'm going to cook some potato wedges on there. And I think you're really going to enjoy this because we're cooking everything outdoors. Gary House, the Outdoor Cook, Cooking Everything Outdoors show. I hope you try this at home. Let me go over a few things on this grill with you real quick. Number one, it's an electric grill. This is their patio version, their travel version, RV version. It's very lightweight, very portable, but it's packed with features. The first thing you're going to notice about this is that if you're one of those people that can grill only two ways, raw or burnt, this takes all the guesswork out of your grilling, and it's done by a very unique system that includes a temperature probe in your food. The dials here, and there's two. One is for their sear plate and grilling, so the other side is actually what you're going to set your temperature to. For instance, if you want medium rare, you set this to medium rare. If you want well done, you set it over to well done. If you want hockey puck, then you just slam it all the way to the side to a hockey puck. You insert the probe into your food, you close the lid, and when it's done, it beeps and it lets you know. Now, at first I was a little skeptical, but I've cooked 3 or 4 things on this, and it does what it says it's going to do. You have beef and you want it medium rare, you put the probe in, you set it to medium rare, and in 15 minutes, maybe, it's going to beep and tell you it's done. You pull it off, you let it set, you slice it, it's medium rare. It's a beautiful thing. Takes the guesswork out of grilling. Inside it comes with stainless steel grill grates, and it comes with a sear plate. Concept simple. Take your food, you're going to sear it on both sides for a minute or two, and then you're going to switch it over, and then you're going to grill it. Works fantastic. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, you ready to do this? First thing we're going to do is turn on our Cook Number grill. We need to preheat it on this sear plate. So simply turn it on, set it up to 500 degrees sear, and in a matter of 5 or 7 minutes or so, we're going to sear our steak medallions. And actually what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pre-cook some of my bacon because I'm going to wrap it around the medallions, and the short cook time of the steak medallions is not long enough to crisp up the bacon the way I want it. So kind of cattle before the horse, if you will, the horse before the cattle, whatever that phrase is. So let's do a little bit of prep. We'll start with our potato slices, and these are just some some russets, nothing fancy, and I'm going to slice these the long way. And they're about good 1/4 inch slices, and these will grill up real nice. They won't be too flimsy to worry about, and seasoning is going to be extremely easy and simple. It's basically just salt and pepper. I do have a rub with me here that is called rattlesnake. It's actually, yeah, it's called Rattlesteak Santa Maria style rub, and that's from the Pepper Pilot Barbecue and Spice Company, and they sent me this a little while ago, and it is just it's a nice, doesn't have a sugary rub taste to it. It's a nice dry rub, got a little bit of a bite, really good stuff. So we're going to put that on our steak and a little bit on our potatoes and vegetables just to accent and complement the flavors. The potatoes, actually, I'm just going to do 2 because they're pretty good sized wedges, and I'm only making enough for 2 plates. 1 for me now, 1 for me later. Brilliant, eh? So let's get these in a bag, any type of bag that you want to put them in. Add yourself a little bit of olive oil. I would say no more than a tablespoon or so. We're just coating them. We're not here to drown them. Get that. Each piece will have a coating on there. Now we need to add some flavor. Just a little bit of the rattlesnake rub, maybe a pinch. Gonna add a little bit more pepper, a little bit more salt. And that's about it. The knot in this, I'm gonna mix it up real good. Get everything nicely coated. Just like that. So we got some flavor on those potato wedges. And we'll set this aside. The other part of our recipe is going to be this beautiful red pepper that I have here. And I'm also going to cut it lengthwise, and I will probably get 4 pieces out of this that I am going to use. I've already seeded it and taken the top off of it. So this is what we have. And there's some ribs in there that if you want, you can take them out. Frankly, I think once they've cooked, you really can't taste them. I don't think on a red pepper they're going to add any more heat. But we'll just take them out for aesthetics. And then the green onions, I have just 4. And I'm going to simply cut those in half. So I'll take a couple, the stem part with the root disconnected, if you will, a few stems. I'm going to lay it right on there. I'm going to do that with each one. And rob Peter to pay Paul here, and that is how that is going down. Now I'm not putting any oil or anything on this because I'm going to wrap them up in bacon, and they're going to have plenty of grease to keep everything from sticking. But I will just add a slight bit of this rub, and most of it will probably not stick, but some of it's going to. And again, it's just to accent it. And then we're going to wrap this up with bacon. We're going to need 2 slices of bacon for this because I am going to cut them in half lengthwise. You can use a whole piece if you want, for you bacon madmen or women. This is some really nice slab bacon that I got at the meat counter, and it's pepper. Love the pepper. The thinner the bacon, the quicker it cooks. So there might be some advantages to that with a vegetable. But I find that this works pretty darn good. So we need to slice this in half. Cut it in half. However you would like to present it. And we're just going to take a slice and then wrap it around and pin it. So we'll get some toothpicks and we'll pin those up. That is looking good. Let's take a look at our cut of meat today. I imagine the first thing you thought was, when I said medallion, that I was going to go with a filet mignon, something expensive, but I'm not. What this is actually beef chuck eye steak, and it is an inexpensive cut of meat. I got this for $2.55. It's $3.99 a pound, and it is it's a really nice marbled piece of meat. And when I was looking at this, I was trying to figure out what I could do with it. And it does have some fat in there, and I'm not a butcher by any stretch of the imagination, and some of this I can certainly trim off. But instead of just throwing it on the grill and grilling it, I thought, you know what, let's make some nice medallions out of this. And when I first did this, it was as tender and as flavorful as anything I could really hope for. So I thought, man, I got to share this with you. And all I did was I just cut it in half. Simple as that. And this little fat chunk in here, and I would normally leave it, but I think for aesthetics purposes I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to have a little bit here for Bailey the dog, because she is going to be my best friend when I do that. And I'll just try to get couple pieces for her. Let's be fair about this. Come on, girl, you with me? She's over there laying it down in the shade. So take our pepper pilot rattle steak rub here, and we'll coat things up a bit. Not a lot. And I want to taste the meat. You know, they say that salt and pepper is the perfect rub for a steak, and I so agree. And that's looking good. I think Bailey's will be. What do you want? You want salt and pepper on yours, girl? No? Okay. So we have our medallions cut and our rub on them, and now I want to pre-cook the bacon maybe halfway. I've had our Cook Number electric grill on. The sear plate's hot, so we're going to get that going. I'll cook it, and then when that's done, we'll come back and I'll show you how I wrap it up, and we'll finish it off. Okay, let's wrap these medallions up. I took my bacon and I cooked it a little bit, and I just want to wrap it on there, give it a couple pins. Bacon's still hot. And we'll just pin it real good so it stays in place. Just like that. Yum. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sear this on the Cook Number electric grill. I'll show you that. Okay, now we're going to add a sear to seal this. We'll take our medallions, I'll put them over on our preheated, very hot sear plate, just like that. We'll leave these on there for just a couple minutes. Take Bailey's bits. We'll sear those up too. Okay, so we simply take our sear grill dial, we turn it over to grill. That's going to start the heat over on this side. It was just on this side for searing, now it's over on the grill side. We're going to move our meat over to the grill side. We're going to add our potatoes and our red pepper wraps. and Bailey's morsels. Let's get the potatoes on there. That's that. Now, the most important thing is to take our temperature probe and put it into the thickest one. That would be this one here. And you want to make sure that you go right into the center. And then you set your dial to whatever you want. Rare, medium, medium, or medium well. I'm going for medium. I'm going to close the lid. I'm going to go get the vegetables and I'll be back in a minute. Let's get our vegetables on there. Now, one of the things that I do is that grill plate's still pretty hot, so I'm going to get my vegetables started on that. And then as things progress, as cooking comes along, I'm going to shift them over the grill side. All right, let's let it happen. I'm not sure if you can see this, but the first light is already lit up, and that's the rare light telling me that we've reached 135 degrees internal temperature. So I'm going to give them a flip. Still need to get that, keep that probe in there. Bacon just came undone. Go figure. Check these other potatoes. I think I can give these a flip now. Okay, can you hear that? It's beeping. That means our medallions are done. Vegetables have a little bit more to go. Potatoes probably have a little bit more to go, but I want those medallions to rest, so I'm going to pull them off. I'm going to foil them, finish up everything else, and we're cooking. Nice. I don't know about you, but I'm liking that a lot. So, let's get these off. Foil those up and let them set. Turn our bacon wrapped red peppers over another time. Double check these potatoes. Move some towards the back that are done. Move them around a little bit. That one's looking real good. Okay, a couple more minutes and we're eating. Let's plate this up. Beautiful steak medallion. Our bacon wrapped red peppers. Get those toothpicks out of there. And a few for the dog. Potato wedges, slices. I don't know about you, but I'm liking that a lot. Okay, you want to know how it turned out, right? Let's take a peek at this and see how close we got to medium. That is a beautiful thing. Can you see that? Juicy, succulent, medium, absolutely perfect. Hey, Scary House the Outdoor Cook with the Cook Number Electric Grill, bringing it on. I hope you enjoy this one. We'll see you next time. Sit. Yeah. Easy. Very gentle. That's a good girl. Okay.